This is the scale of Gensokyo, presented by Yukari Yakumo, the human, 158 centimeters. Remember, this is an average. I don't think less of you for being shorter. I have plenty of reasons to do that. So yeah, this is all in Yukari Yakumo commentary. The Tengu, you can also measure their egos proportional to their height of their Geta teeth. An Oni actual? 1.9 meters, Oni vary dramatically in size, but they tended toward taller. However, if you were questioned while physically near an Oni, see the other entry. Now we have fucking Unzan, who's 8 meters. Jesus Christ. Despite his thunderous appearance, he's actually quite shy. The pink is from all the blushing he does while being out in public. If we go all the way down. Oh no, all the way down. We'll just narrow it down. So you see here, the scale. One used by a human merchant, only 35 centimeters. Commerce is critical to human society. Trade exchanges ideas and values as much as physical goods, which is exactly why trade with the outside world is forbidden. Domestic chicken. They lay eggs. They taste great in any dish. They are easy to raise, and because of one very clerical goddess, we can't just have a chicken. We can't just have chicken farms for a constant fresh meat supply. Yukari Lottle? What is this? How did this get in here? Why does this absurd creature have such good taste in headwear? Spell card, 8.8 centimeters. Even if you lack the necessary spiritual strength to make your own. The Yakumo Corp now offers packets of spell cards for a reasonable price. Trade with your friends to collect your favorite and aim to get an ultra rare 5-star Yukari card. Are they fucking... What is this? Touhou Lost Word? Are they making sticker packs of like TGCs of goddamn spell cards? Ability card. These poorly drawn cards are completely unsanctioned and are a predatory yokai trick. Just say no to gambling, kids. A frog. 7 centimeters. I've declined to include the diameter of their eyes surrounding the frog, as is oddly common in our Gensokyo subspecies. No! Oh, no. I don't want to go in. A scale from a dragon. Dragon scales have a variety of magical properties. The most immediate of them is a breath of fire enveloping your whole body when you attempt to harvest one. Oh, that's interesting. Shimmy! The 3-centimeter ling has never caught on, for all its fault. The Imperial system has good marketing. Komachi's Danmaku coin, 2.4 centimeters. Surprisingly, perhaps these are perfectly valuable currency. Aspect of Reaper earned enough coins to retire centuries ago, but Eiki would never allow it. Hence Komachi's persistent insubordination. The Yama have much to learn about loyalty retention. Yeah, she would be reloaded, right? Oh, damn, okay. Thickness of a cat hair, 25.8 micrometers. There's some debate among humans what constitutes its hairy versus furry. First side, 9 out of 10 yokai agree Chen is adorable, and Ran killed the 10th. A liver cell. 30 micrometers. Mitochondria, the power of the cell. I like to imagine the one in the liver cell is a giant burning alcoholic cauldron constantly overflowing and doomed to fail eventually. Smallest Suika, 20 micrometers. She has been prohibited from splitting any smaller since the Tunguska incident. Wavelength of Horizon's power and E. coli. What a comparison. I think E. coli is bigger. 2 micrometers. Germ theory has been a disaster for the yokai community and a large factor in creation of Gensokyo, but even there are opportunities like this little guy. Probably best called the fear of contaminated food. I think it will be a few decades at least before E. coli is eradicated and arrives here. 700 nanometers. Any claims that I personally succumbed to the effects of these wavelengths only betray their own ignorance, allowing our Lunarian guests to believe me under their spell, which is another layer of my scheme. Yeah, Yukari. Sure, we go deeper. Hydrogen atom. Alright. 1 angstrom. These Morians make such a big deal of fusing these together, but it's not that hard. Just remove the barrier dividing them and they pop right together without any of them pesky energy boiling everything with intent. What? Yukari casually just doing on fucking atom? Like, splitting the barrier between atoms to combine them? Holy shit. What a lore drop. Whiff of femtofibers woven together to form a magic rope highlighted in chapter 19 of Silent Silver Blue. 1 femtometer. Ah, actual references. Hello. Despite being so divinely consecrated, they still chafe something fierce. Nucleus of a deuterium, a hydrogen isotope with 1 proton and 1 neutron. Jesus Christ, we're going into scientific notation? Fuck. So when a proton and a neutron love each other very much... No, have you kids gotten that talk yet? If not, just know that these are very small and very important, and their electron friends can fry you if you get antsy. A quantum fairy? In Gensokyo, fairies represent all the aspects of nature. Some of those aspects are quite small, but if someone look at, they might just still be there. It is hard work for sages like me to ensure the endless bounds of human curiosity. Always find a level of yokai to explain the world, so please, if anyone's interested in inventing a better microscope, do me a favor and smash it. A whiff of a fiber of lunar veil. A lunarian veil made of moonlight that allows a weaver to travel to and from the moon. Both Risings have used one before. This was previously the worst method to travel to the moon, before mankind invented hollow tubes filled with fuel and ignited on one end. Like many pretty objects, this one carries an awful curse. The cost of traveling is sucking out your very spirit. If a lunarian tries to trick you into wearing one, claiming it will purify you, deny them, and report their vile infiltrate to your nearest sage immediately. God, this is very small. There must be something here. Yukari's note and a Planck length. A small student in physics. It is theorized, but Okina uselessness might be smaller. Oh, damn! Bananas yet to be observed by any party. Holy shit! What a roast! Miss Kamashirasawa, Mrs. Kamashirasawa, here is the self-scaling scroll as you requested. It is my sincere desire that this enables your latest generation of brats to the shade less ignorant. If you require any more assistance with your lesson plans, please feel free to contact Ron. Esteemed historian, curator, and sage. Okay, well, we've reached the smallest bit. Let's go all the way back. God, this is... Can I... No, this is the fastest scroll speed we have. It's like the Big Bang Theory intro. Come on. Oh, okay. We're reaching where we were. And there we go. Alright. Only when within arm's reach. 2.5 meters is a good number if you're focused to answers in a vacuum. You should have at least 10 centimeters of the tallest person in the room. Remember, the Oni is always the tallest person in the room. Costin's eagle? 2.3 meters? Shit. This is the size of the largest of our 2 eagles. As if it wasn't bad enough to have one giant predatory bird near another population center. A giant toad! A toad that ate churno that one time in Bohemian Archive and Japanese Red. Yes. The well-known toad. I have just a few actual giant monsters around here so the rest of us can look more pretty in comparison. Oh, and this one will definitely eat you if you don't do your homework. Size of a gap. Width of a gap. 110 centimeters. No, you cannot use this to estimate my waist size. I will keep it wider for comfort, not because of any unsightly body fat I require for purely hibernation reasons. 210 centimeters, so 2 meters. While about the same length as the average tiger, also is significantly wider, which, much like the hermit who feeds it. Oh, hello, Yukari is being a little bitch. Costin's dragon, a young dragon who I hope might impress Revermb to pay a bit more attention to her own deity. Sadly, whatever impression it made on Revermb lasted about long as the cat's effective Costin's training. That is sad. That is sad. Oku's sons, 8 meters. Is this diameter or a radius? I do not know. Whatever. They are notably unsafe for spectators due to the amount of energy they contain and the panic they cause. Sunglasses, radiation shielding, and an elevated vantage point. Strongly advised. You don't say. Shanghai, a Goliath doll, actually. Yes, very creative. Just speak a bigger, probably packed with more. Bigger doll, probably packed with more explosive than a Fujiwara give back to Ayante. What a mystery what is starting to catch on. This is a 12.3 thing, isn't it? This isn't a 12.3 reference. Saigyo Ayakashi, the great tree of another world, whose blooming defines the plot of perfect cherry blossom. 30 meters. I have elected not to include the roots of this noble tree in the measurements. There is absolutely nothing of importance there, and any good kid should not be playing near them. Yeah, kids, don't go looking under the Saigyo Ayakashi. Especially you, Yuko. Hiso Tensoku! A giant robot, or at least a hunk of metal made to look like one. That sparked the event of the game of the same name. An objectively bad advertising stunt if I ever saw one. People spent more time fighting each other while chasing it than visiting the Kappa Bazaar. True, yeah. Yukari's terrain, 120 meters. Every time someone makes an entirely inaccurate comment about my age, I add another train car before launching it at them. Dedication. Senkai, hello. Castle's private hermit realm, 300 by 300 x 300 square meters. I believe she took notes from Noah on the needed dimensions of her overcrowded mountaintop zoo. So rude to the other sages. Like, Yukari definitely has a grudge. Stairs to the netherworld, 700 meters. These appear to be solely a training device for Yomu. As if I ever seen anyone else actually bother hiking up them. Total length of the Gensokyo Chronicle Scroll, 1.1 kilometer. Damn, alright. This is the present combined length. If I try to add what eventual total length will be, but Ron has shiped me saying that would be a spoiler. Misty Lake, 1.6 square kilometers. I could give you the complex scientific explanation as for why water molecules condense at low temperatures near the surface, but it's much shorter to say the constant fog looks more mysterious. That is more fun as well. Hell of Blood Pools. A realm of hell that Chiari favors for its namesake liquid. 84 kilometers. The blood here is near impossible to get out of clothing, even by Ran. This gives the place a very low rating from the Yaku tourism board. I'd sooner recruit on an Oni bar. At least there you'd only get your own blood all over your dress. Gensokyo, 100 square kilometers. At least until the next gaggle of outsiders stumble in and I have to make room for another mansion, temple, upside down castle. Maximum width of the Sanzu River, damn. Sanzu River to the afterlife changes in size, but 400 kilometers. This is a standardized unit of measurement that can also be called Seigekaku. Former hell? Hello? The realm of the underworld where the Oni reside and Satori holds reign at the Palace of the Earth Spirits. 1,200 kilometers. This may be up for a remeasurement. The Oni are not kind to their homes, but with the wooden ones that are constantly rebuilding and also the cavern walls that should be containing them. The distance that Yomu covers in one slash. Holy shit! 1,400 kilometers? Either our dear Yomu has a penchant for exaggeration or she has a Shinmaimaru quite beat at a top speed. Considering a slash to take approximately a second, covering 200 Yoyana in one is over 4,000 times the speed of sound. The moon! It's impressive how haughtiness and arrogance can fit on such a relatively small celestial object. Avicii Hell, a realm where Reimu fought, definitely not an Oni. 140,000 kilometers. Completely overkill. If you ever want to contain Reimu, you only need a warm kokatsu and a fresh bowl of rice crackers. Distance from surface to bottom of hell. 280,000 kilometers. As I've noted before, this is greater than the diameter of the Earth, and would put hell closer to the moon. And as much as I agree with this general sentiment, it should be most noted that of height comprises hell itself and ceiling starts much closer to the surface. The Netherworld. Despite its foreboding atmosphere and numerous phantoms, this is a lovely place to visit, much better than any of the various hells you might end up in. When you die, try going here first. Distance from the Earth to the moon. 384,000 kilometers. This is distance if one were to fly directly, which only a lunatic would do. Even if other routes are really closer, guarded by Lunarians, they are better than a long, boring flight. Heaven. In this context, the celestial realm in which Tenshi and Iku reside. 560,000 kilometers. Floating proves that the Lunarians don't have a monopoly on obnoxious, sanctimonious behavior, and somehow the one celestial to regularly escape to Gensokyo has all their pretensions and with none of their tact. Yes! Yukari hates Tenshi. New Hell, the present headquarters of the Ministry of Right and Wrong where Shiki Eki holds court. 1,200,000 kilometers. For all their supported virtues, the Ministry of Right and Wrong are a bunch of hoarders. Rather than ever cleaning up all their riffraff, they always just move to a bigger new house. Kindness note. Hey, Moko, go ahead and incinerate this horrible mistake when you get the chance. I will reflect on my error of judgment the normal way. I don't even want to know what this history tastes like. Can we go further? No. This is the furthest we got. I believe that was everything of Scale of Gensokyo. This was a fun little thing.